Hi everyone, it's Mommy Bell here from Mindcamp Kids, and I've got some really exciting news. You're here because you want to start a server for your child, and Mojang, as of yesterday, which is April 2nd, has made it possible for us, actually yesterday was April 3rd, has made it possible for us to buy a Minecraft Realms server here in Canada. It was tweeted out by Jebs just yesterday, and I believe it took them 24 hours to get the whole thing up and operating properly. But if you look at your Minecraft launcher, there is no mention of this as of yet. I think they still speak about the April Fool's joke that they pulled over on all of us, which was really kind of quite hilarious. We all turned to villagers on April 1st. Here is a list of where Realms is available at the moment in the UK and elsewhere. But again, Canada isn't mentioned here. The server provider is Multiplay, and Multiplay is based out of the UK and has been working closely with Mojang for many years now. And in fact, this has been in the works for probably um, over a year, I would say. So it's very exciting times because, as you know, I have always made myself available to start servers for your child. But it has been kind of a long and arduous process, and many of you have not been able to maintain those servers, so I'll always come back in and double check and make sure things are running smoothly. But let's just go ahead now and launch Minecraft, and I'm going to show you where your Get Realms button is going to appear. Right now they have this priced at $13 a month US. I believe it's about £6 in the UK. And that's not too bad of a price. Considering you are going to get a server that can host up to 10 players, but it appears that you are only going to be able to whitelist 20 people. Certainly you can switch out your whitelist on a regular basis, and what I'm hoping to do is find out how they're going to provide us with the option to do that in game. I believe we will probably only end up having to use in-game command codes, and most of your children should already be familiar with how to do that. Now this is just taking a minute, so let me just pause and we will come back to this. Okay, and now we're back at our launcher, which currently I have set up to launch 1.7.5, but I think in any version you will now see Minecraft Realms button underneath multiplayer. So let's just go ahead, and I should maybe make this window a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and we will click on this to set up a server and take it for a test drive. So it'll take you through to a second screen, and here, of course, actually there is no server listed, but we'll just go by Realm. Realms is available in your country. This will take us through to the Mojang website that has been set up now to purchase a server. Now, down below there is a little bit more information that I will be talking to you about. But the most important part is simply this button, Get Realms, which you need to click on. Now, I think the one great thing about this is that you will be able to create a server for any length of time. Right now they are offering 20% off of your 1-month subscription. So we're going to go ahead and subscribe to that. They only take Visa and MasterCard. And again, there is an age requirement here. They actually don't, not that any 13-year-old would actually have their own Visa or MasterCard, but you are not to be, it should be a parent that is putting together all of this information and using their own credit card. So let's add some details, and I will be back in just a moment. Okay, that was kind of an awkward moment. Looked like I was kind of stuck in a loop. So I simply refreshed my browser, and this is the screen that I got, telling me that I have an uninitialized Realm subscription, but therefore I cannot buy another one, which is kind of interesting because you would think that you might be able to buy more than one subscription. But so it's asking to start the Minecraft client, which is our launcher, and we'll do that next, which will be right in behind me. And let's go back to, aha! Now I get this wonderful icon that says click to create Realm. One thing though that I wanted to mention just before we go ahead with this is that there were two things that I did not read on the window where I subscribed, and one was that the pricing may change in the future, so I would take that to be the price may go up. And the other is that the oh, hang on. I think there was only the one. Yes, that pricing may change. Oh yes, sorry. No, the other option was to choose, if you chose a monthly subscription that had to be renewed, you could also select another payment option that wasn't MasterCard or Visa, but I did not actually go back and research that or have a look at that. So I am going to click to create Realm, and oh, we have a name. So let's just call this Mommy Bell's Realm. And we have templates to select from. Now, oh, okay, so these templates are in fact maps. Herobrine's Return is a fairly the kids are very familiar with this map. In fact, a lot of them actually prefer Herobrine's Mansion and not Herobrine's Return. Now, Spellbound Caves, I am not familiar with, so but the one thing about selecting a map is that I am unsure as to how you would go back and start a vanilla world. So let's just click on cancel and create. Okay. Configure. Now, because we don't really know, oh, it's got my face on it. That's kind of fun. Because we don't know if this is a survival world or a creative world and whether or not we have fire tick on or off and keep inventory and all that good stuff, let's just try to, let's see here again. Ha 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 ha. There we go. We have our own window. Now here we can invite players. So let me just invite Amy Bell. There we go. And switch to a mini game. There we go. So there's an option to actually switch out to different maps, which is kind of cool. And that's what we saw in the previous window. My status is open. I want to see if resetting will probably reset your world, but I really want to try to, there it is. All right. It's a good thing to set a description. I'm going to call this survival because I could start a creative world, but let's just start a survival normal world. So the difficulty I'm going to set to will be normal. If we're on hard or peaceful, peaceful there are no mobs, and on hard it's a very difficult game, so you lose your health a little more quickly, and that's why I choose normal in most instances. Now the game mode here can be either creative, adventure if you're playing on a Why would it be adventure? If you're playing on a map, but we'll just leave this at survival for now. So okay, so that I'm going to click on done. Now there is no option to select a seed. Now a seed is something that will allow you to generate a predetermined world. Done. I'm done. Okay, this is a little slow. I'll come back to this in a moment, but I am unsure as to why we have frozen here. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so we've come to a screen that has told us an error has occurred. Server not available. Now, either this means that all the slots that Multiplay has made available for Realm servers are taken up, or something else. I am not too sure. So let's just try this one more time. Let's go difficulty normal and done. Oh, Emmy Bell. Invite, close realm, switch to minigame. Let's just... Okay, we have configured. Okay. I really don't know what happened there. So does it appear that we have our world? I'm not so sure. Let's just click on play and see what happens. Now, the Minecraft Realms terms of service, just to quickly review that with everybody. Kids do need to know that you are being given the gift to play on Minecraft, and it is not that you actually own the game. An interesting thing is that they do request that you be 10 years of age or older. That is just a suggested age. And actually, they do say let me just see here. What else is there? Right. I think one of the biggest biggest not to dos is don't ever sell, lease, or rent access to your Minecraft realm. In other words, I can't charge you to come and play on my world. So I think the other thing that they do mention here is please do not give access to your Minecraft realm to anyone you do not know. Watch out if you're communicating with people through Minecraft realms. It's hard for either you or us, that would be Mojang, to know for sure that what people say is true, or even if people are really who they say they are. This is a very important thing to remember. You should always think twice about giving out personal information, right? All right, so let's agree. And let's see what our world looks like. Random world will generate. And come on. This is a rather slow process. So once this appears, we will be back. I'm just going to pause the game again for a moment. All right, and now we've gone to a second window which tells us we're connecting to the online server. Logging in, the world would be generating, and pa-boom, here we are in Mommy Bell's world. So I think some of the first things that we're going to recognize are this is pretty smooth. Some of the first things that we may notice or may not notice are any lag issues, and this is actually moving around fairly smoothly. Now, one thing is I was unable to set myself up as administrator. I wonder why that is. So I'm going to just type in help to see what sort of commands are at my disposal, and this is actually a little bit slow. Come on. Okay. Now this would have to do with the server itself. So I'm going to pause again and try to restart. All right, I'm back again. The whole process here does seem to take a little bit of time, but that's to be expected since we're only sort of 48 hours into Minecraft Realms for Canada. I am going to assume that the servers are either out east or they're down south somewhere, possibly Seattle, because I know that Multiplay does host servers outside of Seattle. But given that this is as new as it is, our servers may be housed out east somewhere. Now, I just wanted to show you quickly how this is going to appear for another child that is invited to play on the Minecraft realm that you start for your son or daughter. So I'm logging in now as Emmy Bell, and I wanted to show you that there is no need for an IP address or some such things. You click on Minecraft Realms, and then at the top right hand corner you see new invitations. Click on that, and you can either accept or reject the invitation. Interesting. That is very interesting. Now that's a moderate way to control not only who you play with, but whether or not you kind of have a busy social schedule and you can't play with your buddy on his new server, but we will accept. Now, accept, accept, accept. Maybe I have to highlight it and accept. There we go. All right. This has been slow. It has been arduous, but we have, okay, we accepted. Now do we go back? Does it appear? It does! Ah, there we are. All right. Let's just see if we can play. Ah, we have to once again agree to terms of service. So we will agree. And let's just hope we connect in some reasonable time. Now, I have, every time that I go in as the quote-unquote admin, being Mommy Bell, being the person that started the server, and I type in /help to see what sort of in-game commands we have, I seem to be crashing the server. So for now, there doesn't appear to be any possibility for me to turn off mob griefing. So in other words, creepers are going to blow up and take blocks with them. Endermen will walk around with blocks and steal things. And I cannot turn off fire tick. In other words, fire will spread. So if you happen to want to use flint and steel and start a fire, well, that can be a little dangerous. As you know, at Mindcamp Kids, MC kids are not allowed to use fire. They cannot use lava out of buckets. They cannot use TNT. All of these things are rather destructive. And of course, the creepers don't blow up and take things with them. The other thing that will happen here now in a survival world, as I do not know how to turn this off, is keep inventory will not be turned on. So in other words, every time you die, you're going to lose everything that's in your inventory. So it'll be critical to save things into chests before you go out adventuring. We may very well turn this into a mini Let's Play to see as time progresses how... wow, this is taking a long time. To see how the game plays out, given that we are in truly a vanilla survival world, which is something that even I don't oftentimes play on. I would suggest a vanilla survival world along these lines only be started for kids that are a little bit older, say 12 and above. For everyone under the age of 12, or those of you that are super hardcore enthusiasts, or those of you that are not hardcore enthusiasts, I should say, it's probably best to stick to a creative world. One thing you could do is start a creative world that It's still logging in here. Let me just hit cancel. You can start a creative world rather than a survival world. Let the kids build their bases, and then you could switch it over to survival. Do not keep it on normal, keep it on easy. Another super idea would be to keep it on peaceful. You could, there's all kinds of options as to how you could start out with your very first Minecraft Realm server. I have chosen this because it's kind of middle ground. Yes, we may turn this into, oh dear. Ah, here we are. Now, Mommy Bell was recently on. Have we spawned in the same spot? Yes. All right, so I am Emmy Bell, and at the moment, ATM. And yes, a creeper just blew up here. I was playing on another computer, and a creeper took off part of spawn. Okay, so once again, we have some issues. This is internal. And our connection was lost. Well, nonetheless, that is Minecraft Realms. And I will continue to test drive this option that we now have, thanks to Mojang. And we will keep you updated. Thanks and goodbye.